Hello my friends, welcome to another video. This time we are going to be talking about a new crypto gaming project that I've been stumbling about recently. This time it's going to be Guild of Guardians, and I'd like to just casually review this crypto project and what I think of it in this video. So whether I would invest into the token, whether I feel it's too late already, or if there are going to be lots of opportunities in the future. So first of all, what exactly is Guild of Guardians? Other than its cool name, it has pretty nice features. It's played on mobile, and as you can see down here, this is pretty much what it's going to be looking like once it's available to be played. So as you can see, it's a pretty standard mobile layout, pretty basic when you would compare it in terms of gameplay ability, I would say. Lots of features that you've pretty much been knowing for a long while from other mobile games, so there's nothing exactly too special about the gameplay per se. However, why do I feel that this crypto project has a lot more to it than you would think there is by just having a look at the trailer? So, of course, these things are already cool and pretty nice to have, but at this point in time, that's pretty much the same that I said about the recent video about EGC. The most important thing to me is not just that the game has this or that value, it needs to actually set them up and needs to add worth to the players first. And then when there's worth for players, like incentives for people to play, like for example having a great game concept, or just pretty much adding a lot of things that make you want to play the game, then if you have these things, it's already a great setup to basically have great tokenomics in the game. You can have the best tokenomics, you can have the best token, the best earning prospects. If there are no players, then the game or the crypto project just isn't really worth the invest. So, it's advertising itself as an epic fantasy RPG with loot, trades, guild, multiplayer, etc., etc. All things that are pretty much known. So they basically tell us here that there's lots of money spent on in-game items, which in this case you can actually own, and that all these basically different kinds of things could actually help this game to step up the entire mobile gaming market to the next level, which for example in this case would be a game where you can actually own your assets, trade them, and establish a great in-game economy. So next, of course, it's basically on a mobile platform, so that's pretty good aspect as well. The mobile market is just a lot bigger than the PC market, at least at current times. That's probably going to continue going that way, since lots of economical weaker countries usually have more access to phones than they have to PCs. So this is more set up to be like a play and earn mechanic. Pretty much from my previous videos, as you should already know, that there's no real play to earn thing. This just doesn't exist. In this case, it's the same. It's a play and earn game, meaning you will be spending money in the economy, you will be earning money in the economy. If you spend less, you're most likely going to earn less as well. However, the RNG, the treasures that you loot, and all these factors in together, alongside with your personal skill, are going to be adding to a great experience for you to play the game. So this also comes to the next aspect that I personally very much like about the development team of this game. They set a huge amount of their personal aspects and their prospects on the community-driven incentives, which basically means that Guild of Guardians is going to be involving the community and reward the community for contributing to the growth of the overall ecosystem. Meaning, as a creator, for example, you are going to be having a much easier time playing this game, as you can do it alongside your community in the form of guilds and others aspects. that there's yet to be a lot of things to be launched yet that are actually going to add to these community aspects that will actually make this game something that is quite unique in its aspects. However, there's just not enough to talk about at this current time in terms of community building. So you may think, why am I talking about all this? You've seen many different games similar to this on the crypto space. It's not that special anymore. So why am I really talking about this project and not project XYZ that maybe looks similar and has similar prospects? Well, that is, as I said in the beginning, for the community and the hype aspect of this game, that this game could incur. And why do I feel that this game could actually be having some sort of higher level in the crypto market in the future, where it's actually going to be played by a huge market share? So let me just show you this. One sec. This. So this here, basically, first of all, I've recently stumbled upon this article, and they are basically partnering up with lots of great teams, great competitive teams that have been playing on a worldwide market before in other games, for example, League of Legends, CSGO, etc. So when I scroll down and you'll read the names of the teams, no matter how little you've been into the competitive markets of either League or CSGO, you're definitely going to know some of these names. So, for example, you got Cloud9, huge and great team that is actually very prominent in Hearthstone. That's where I know them from. League of Legends. I've seen them in Teamfight Tactics as well. Wild Rift, okay, I'm not really up to date in that regard, and many other great games. Cloud9 is a great gaming team. They've actually been in the market for quite a while, 2013, so that's definitely not something to overlook. And of course, most importantly, Fnatic. In the EU market, Fnatic is really maybe even the most known team there is right now. Fnatic is just such a great team that has been seen in so many different esports regards. For example, in League of Legends, I remember so many great scenes where Fnatic has played a very, very key role, even when it comes to like the World Championship. Same with like SK Gaming. That's really such an old gaming team. It has been pretty much around the gaming market for its existence. So you've seen them. I think they've even been in StarCraft, but I'm not too sure about it anymore. There are so many teams in that regard. Team Liquid is some team that I know of as well. So as you've seen, maybe you know all the others as well. These teams are actually something that are going to be greatly involved in Guild of Guardians. They are going to be joining the esports level of this game, Guild of Guardians, and they actually will be adding to the competitive level of this game, which is of course going to be making this game something more special if you compare it to the basic average other crypto game. So that's something that could actually create some replayability and hype when it comes to the gaming scene, because as we all know, a huge esports column in terms of gaming is always something that drives hype, that drives competitiveness, and that actually makes you want to grow into something and someone better, that actually can maybe hit the rank ladder as well at some point, and actually may even be able to join one of these esports teams in the future. So that's something I'm very much fond of. So that's basically the good, and some of the bad as well, which, for example, for me personally, it's not as appealing as some of the other newish crypto games that I've personally seen. So let's come to not just the good and the bad, but also the ugly. So this is the Guild of Guardians token, and if you've been following my channel for a bit, I've been very much into research when it comes to tokenomics, token economy, and especially the possibilities and prosperities of a gaming and crypto token. So in this case, I'm not too fond of this token. Why is that? If you've seen my warning about Illuvium, then you can most likely already tell the circulating supply in this crypto project is just at 5% of the total supply, which is far, far, far too little when it comes to actually buying something that could be worth the invest. So the problem about this is that right now, the token has actually been doing quite well in the recent 3 months, other than most of the other token projects. The problem is that even if we were to see some sort of hype and were to soar into pretty good levels like 50 cents, $1, $2, $3, $5, we've only been seeing 5% of the circulating supply. So once token get unlocked that have been bought for a fraction of its current worth, then they're going to be flooding the market, they're going to ruin the token price, they're going to set up a huge amount of selling pressure. They don't exactly have to ruin the price, but it's definitely going to pressure the buy power that the community is exerting on this crypto project. So personally, in current days, I just don't feel 5% circulating supply is a good margin. It's just not. It's just a pretty bad amount actually, and that's also been shown in the market cap. Current market cap is just at 10 million, and the fully diluted market cap is already at 200 million. And I feel that this project, even though it can accrue a lot of hype, even though it can accrue a great esports scene, it's just not worth 200 million dollars market capitalization. I personally just think this is a bit too much for what we've seen so far. It's just not quite being able to back up what this token price is currently costing you in case you would like to invest. Of course, it's possible, and you may as well buy into it, and you will never regret it because it's just going to go straight up to $10 per token. That's entirely possible. However, I personally feel it's just going to be a bit unlikely, and it's just too much risk for me to buy into it right now, despite me loving the project idea itself, despite me loving the way they try to set up the economy in their personal way, because that's actually most of what you need for a great game, a great economy, a great community, and a great esports scene, and then you're already set up to have a very good game. Everything else can come after. That, for example, would be the gameplay itself. So in this case, you may want to invest. I will not invest, at least not at current levels. It has actually come back from a very high, or in comparison, a very high price. However, as you can see, volume has not been as high as it used to be either. So personally, I would just put this project on my watch list. I'm going to have a look every now and then and see if the game actually showed some features that are, to me, worth the invest at the current market cap, or at the future current market cap that we will be seeing by then. However, at this current point in time, I'm not going to invest, and I advise you to always do your own research. As always, this video is no financial advice. You can see the disclaimer in the video description, so be aware of that. Always make your own research. Personally, this is going to be on my watch list, and I'm going to keep you guys updated with this project in the very near future. So that's it going to be for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, leave your mind and your ideas in the comments. Let's discuss this out and see whether you think Guild of Guardians could be one of the dominating crypto projects in the future. That's it for the video, guys. Goodbye.